Stop overthinking and start lowballing with the LAO formula. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can start using the LAO, the new offer formula, in your wholesaling real estate business. I'm super excited. I'm jacked up today because I'm going to help you become the best wholesaler possible and show you exactly how you can start lowballing your sellers and actually lowball them in a way where they're happy with that you lowball. And really, I'm just going to cut to the chase. The real kicker, the real point why I'm doing this video today is I'm going to help everybody watching this get an extra 25% on every single deal I do by lowballing. This is the year for it. This is the year to start lowballing your sellers and making a ton of money. Rick did a video yesterday where he talked about the LAO formula. We talked about how the 70% rule is basically dead. It is stupid. It is the worst thing I've ever heard in the world. And especially this year in wholesaling real estate, especially in 2023, you should not be using that formula. That is a terrible formula. You should be focusing not on your MAO, but your LAO. So what I want to do today is really clarify what we talked about yesterday. I was getting a lot of views, and really clarify our views on this new offer formula we have, the LAO approach. And this is an approach that is uncommon against common wholesalers. And it's going to be a very good approach and something that helps me out a lot. So I appreciate everybody with their patience today. I was slightly late to the live, but there's a good reason. And I think everybody should know why. I had to wire a stupid amount of money for one of the largest multifamily deals of my life. And Rick, we're doing together. We had to, it was an amount of money. And, you know, I make a good amount of money. It was an amount of money for me where I had to cross my T's and check my I's and make sure everything was done in person perfectly, because that was a large amount of money if I wired it in the wrong place. So I appreciate everybody. It was not a 7-figure down payment, but it was very large. It was a huge multifamily deal, and I don't get into rentals and stuff I do, but it's a good day today for me, and it's a very exciting day. So that being said, I appreciate everybody's patience. And with that, we got, I think, 2 big closings this week for the JV deals. Love to talk about those. Are huge deals, and talk about that a little later too. But yeah, guys, what I want to do is just help you give lowball offers and talk to motivated sellers the right way. So if you're excited, ready to go, if you are jacked up, do me a favor, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you like the content that we give on the channel. Make sure you guys comment below your questions, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Let's get it going. Let's go. If you want to get into wholesaling real estate, you already know the vibes. You already know what we got to do. We got the intro. Let's kick it.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Yeah, we're ready to go, guys. We're excited. We're jacked up today, and we're going to help you become the best wholesaler possible. So quick shout out to Luca. Zach locked up my first ROS postcard lead after 1 week of mailing out. So shout out to Luca there. Love to see it. Love to hear it. What he's talking about is we do have postcards. It's actually the #1 selling postcard in wholesaling real estate. I mean, we have the largest mailing course, but it's called mailingmastery.com. We teach you how to use direct mail, we have a very special postcard on it, and it gets the results. And so shout out to Luca there. We actually did a JV deal with him. He got paid very well on that one. That was in Texas. And so I guess he used some of that JV money. We split the deal with him for that. And hey, it's the gift that keeps on giving. He got 2 deals from that one JV deal because he got to use the money from that. So shout out to him. So if you want to be like him, do stuff like that, just go to freewholesaling.com. That is, guys, I will mention this a million times. in the bottom, it's my free wholesaling course. It's called freewholesaling.com. Go check that out and help you out, guys. So let's get it going. We did a video. Well, Rick did a video, and well, I always help edit it and stuff. But we did a video. We worked on it together on why the 70% rule is just trash, like just straight up dookie. All right, like I could say it like it is. All right, straight up trash. All right, do not be using the 70% rule. That's probably one of the stupidest rules I've ever heard in my life. And the truth is, the 70% rule is it's a rule where it's just way too low for most markets. That was a rule created by real estate gurus basically in 2003, 2004, when Rick was starting the business. And that was when real estate was like $4, you know, like it's an exaggeration, obviously, but like, guys, this is when I'm talking about my market. All right. Like Port St. Lucie, Florida, like Palm Beach, kind of basically, you were buying properties for $120,000, right? Like 70% rule that works there. Now those houses are 450, 500, like things have changed. And if you use that same rule, you're going to get destroyed, right? And so I think that's the biggest thing I want to talk about today is don't use that 70% rule. You have to use the LAO offer formula. And so the problem is so many wholesalers overcomplicate the comps and the ARV, and they get so stressed and they try to work so hard getting it perfectly. And I burst everyone's bubble when I say it, but stop overcomplicating things. Like everybody overthinks and overcomplicates this business. The honest truth is, at the end of the day, guys, we lock up deals under contract and we have an equitable interest and we sell that equitable interest in that deal to a cash buyer or a partner of ours or a house flipper, whatever you want to call it. And we make an assignment fee. That is it. And once you start, straying away from that, that's when you start overthinking in your mind. And that's when you start not making money in this business. I've always found this. One of the richest men of all time, Steve Jobs, Apple, iPhone, all right? Like one of the richest men of all time, rest in peace for him. One of the greatest minds for marketing, one of the greatest businessmen I love studying. He made the greatest quote I've heard for business in a while, but it's simplicity scales, complexity fails. Elon Musk, I know he's a little controversial lately, but you look at Elon Musk, his company, Tesla, let's talk about Tesla for a second. They sell like 5 cars. There's got 5 types of cars. Like it's simple. Okay. Like the cars are very simple too. Like they got cool stuff underneath it. Right. But like they make it very simple. It's not like Ford where there's like 50 different like types and like, it's just simple. Right. And so when you really look at this business, if you make it simple and you do the stuff that works and cut all the bad stuff out of it, you're going to be fine. And this is what I'm telling everybody to do. Stop overthinking this and just start lowballing with the LAO formula. And so here's the problem. Let's just talk about garage sale flipping. And garage sale flipping and wholesaling houses is very, very similar. The principles are almost identical. Now, there's a lot of differences, but the principles are simple. Buy low, sell high. That is it. Okay, go to garage sale. All right, I know this thing's worth, it might be worth $6, $7. We take $1 for it. No, we'll take 3. Well, I know it's worth 7. Selling for 7-ish. Fine, that's a good deal, right? And then boom, you sell it for 7, make some profit in between, right? Do you think when someone's at a garage sale, they spend 50 minutes calculating what this mug's going to sell for? No, they know roughly, and they're just trying to go like way below that, right? And make profit in between. In wholesaling real estate, you should not be, this is a controversial statement. It's true. You should not spend more than 10 minutes comping your properties. 10 minutes. Like that's it. Because if you spend that time talking to sellers, you spend that time working on your lowball, you spend that time gaining more confidence, you spend that time becoming a better person when talking to sellers, that time's better spent doing that. Why do you think I can comp a property in 2 minutes, lowball the seller, and get a better price than anybody who spends 2 hours lowballing it or comping it? Because I focus on the seller. I could care less about the property. The deal is always with the seller because the property can't write a contract for me, but the seller can. And the seller can lower the price. I can't change the value of the house, but I can change the price on the contract. So if a house is ugly, I can just shift it up and change it, right? That is the point, guys and gals. That is what I want to talk about today, and that's what I want to get into it No one's heard about this before. Rick really mentioned it. We mentioned it both, but everyone finds the MAO, right? It is LAO. That is what we're focusing on. LAO. LAO stands for least allowable offer. That's what we got to focus on now. Stop focusing on MAO. And so I know I got a lot of questions. I want to break it all down, and let's break it down. So here's the truth. So many wholesalers, they're using MAO. It's not working. All right. It is not working. All right. The problem is when people find their MAO, most wholesalers, I'm just telling you the honest truth, that's what they focus on. And that's all they stare at. And that's all they think about. And when they think about their MAOs 250, they're going to lock up deals for 240, 245, and they feel like they got that cushion. And they don't make uncomfortable offers. They try to make offers that they feel like the seller's not going to be too upset over or whatever. And they will you take 240, 230? Like, people are locking up deals for like too thin of margins. And when you focus your energy on lowballing it, and yes, you can get up to that MAO, right? Like, I'll always take a $5,000 deal. But too many wholesalers, they're just not offering low enough. And I truly believe in my heart it's because they feel like they have that MAO number and they're using it as a crutch of why they did it too high. When if you force yourself, and this is the truth, I want you to stop focusing on the MAO too much, like 5-10 minutes. And I want you to focus on the LAO. So for people spending, let's say you spend 100% of your time on MAO, you should probably divert 20% to MAO and 80% to LAO. And LAO, you can calculate your LAO in less than 5 minutes. And I will show you in this video how to calculate your LAO in under 5 minutes. And I promise everybody watching this, there's a 25% increase in your deals. So if you are on average making, let's say 100K a year, by the end of this video, you should be able to make 125. No extra work. Like, you don't have to spend any more hours. It's just one calculation. And if you have the MAO already, the LAO will be done in 4 seconds. It's pretty simple, right? So LAO is basically what we call the least allowable offer. Pretty simple, right? Very advanced, but it is the least allowable offer. LAO basically states we want to calculate what's the least amount I can offer a seller without them kicking me out of the house. And let me tell you the honest truth here. All right. This is a crazy statement, I know, but let's just talk about negotiations for a second. All right. Now, there's this book out here. It's called Never Split the Difference from Chris Voss. All right. It's a very good book. I love Chris Voss. He's a great negotiator. And he always says, never meet in the middle, never split the difference. Right. And I agree with what he does. With what he does is he negotiates life or death hostage FBI situations. And so if you don't get what you want, someone's not going to live. So that's very high stakes stuff. So don't split if it's between life or death, we ain't going to split the difference. Okay. But we can split the difference with money. All right. So he's negotiating life. All right. Like legit life. Okay. That's as high stakes as you can pretty much get. Like I don't know anything more high stakes than that. And then you got little old me negotiating houses. So like the stress isn't even on me at all. But let's talk about this, okay? Let's really break down the numbers, the calculations, all this stuff, okay? So we got this, all right? So if I have my MAO at 250, and let's say I offer 230, all right? So we're at 250. They're at 250 is my MAO. I know I can get 250 for a cash buyer. So I offer 230. They say 300. And then we negotiate from there. We get it for 240, right? Or like, let's just do really quick math really quick. If the guy's at 275, all right, and then I offer him 230, and we meet the middle, that's at 252. That ain't a good deal. But the guy in his head, human beings are weird. I just want everybody to understand this. We got a lot of psychology books. We got a lot of books on mindset, negotiating, all these great things. And human beings are really weird. Like, they're really weird. Okay. Like, I'm a weird dude too. So I get it. All right. What I could tell you is negotiating, and this was with this deal I was doing. But like, human beings want to feel like they got to win. All right. And so if you ever see something where if you're selling something for $100, you want to buy it. Not really. I don't feel like I'm getting a win out of that, right? It's worth 100. I'm going to buy it for 100. But if I said, we sold this thing for $500, but now we're slashing it to $100 for the next 30 days, you're more likely to buy it because you feel like you're getting a win. All right. Like you feel like you're getting a win here. In wholesaling real estate, when you split the difference, the seller feels like, I'm not happy. He's not happy. It's a win for me. Right. And so when you split the difference, so let's say, for example, you are selling something for 50% off. It's usually $1,000, 50% off $500 versus 200, 50% off. That's 100, right? It's a 50% win. You're more likely to buy it. And so if I offer, let's say 200 and he's at 275, then he has to split the difference at 230 and then I make 20K. So when you are meeting in the middle, I hope everybody knows, this is why I tell everyone to do LAO. If I'm doing this and we meet in the middle, we're at here. But if I am at here and we meet in the middle, he has to, every single time I give a low offer when we meet in the middle, he has to go more down. And so the point is, the least allowable offer we get once we meet in the middle, because the seller's going to meet in the middle no matter what, usually, because it just makes sense. His price or her price will always go down lower. I hope that made sense for everybody. But the gist of it is when you have the least allowable offer, because if I go here, like that's embarrassing. He'll never meet in the middle when I do that. But if I go here, he'll meet in the middle there. That's the least allowable offer. It's the least offer where we think they're not going to be upset at me. They theoretically could meet in the middle with me here. That is the point. And so if I'm like, hey, I want to make 40K on a deal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what he wants to sell it for and then calculate what my least allowable offer should be. And if I meet in the middle, I'll make 40K. That's one way to do it, right? And that's not the way I'm going to tell you to do it today, but it is an interesting way to do it, right? And so it's fascinating how you get these offers. But for most people, you are just overcomplicating it. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got to calculate 4 hours on this. So it is someone said, what is LAO? Like, come on, least allowable offer. All right. It's logical for this to happen. And so let's calculate LAO and let's just talk about this. All right. I'm giving everybody on this channel, everybody watching this, you are getting a shot clock. All right. This is like the NBA. You got 24 seconds. You guys shoot the shot. All right. 24 seconds to get the ball. Right. That's how the NBA works. It's a shot clock. You have to shoot during the allotted time. And so in wholesaling real estate, I'm giving everybody a 5 to 10 minute shot clock for their ARVs and their comps and repairs. You have 5 to 10 minutes at most. If somebody wants to sell their house and you got to call them back, they are going to have a 5 to 10 minute shot clock. That is it. Like, we are not going to overcomplicate this. We're going to not make this crazy. We're just going to have a 5 to 10 minute shot clock. So let's explain the shot clock, right? You're going to have 5 to 10 minutes to find the ARV, find the repairs, and then use your multiplier to find MAO and your LAO from there. It's not that complicated. So what I want to do is share with you exactly basically a 3-step process to find LAO. It's really simple. And hopefully I have no questions after that, but I think I will. And see if there's anything I can help you guys out with. So let's talk about this, right? And so let's break down the step-by-step of how to get a 25% increase in your assignment profits and exactly how to do it, right? That is what I'm going to talk about, and let's get it. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go. All right, here it is. So let's break it down. 5 minutes. How do I do this, right? Number one, step one, we're going to find ARV, and then we're going to find the repairs. I can tell everybody when you're looking for ARV, it's pretty simple. Like I don't want to complicate this. You go to freeholsing.com. It'll break down exactly how to do it. But if you do want to do this, so you see the up here, freeholsing.com, it's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is it's like if I'm going to sell, I always use this example because it's kind of random, but like a signed Michael Jackson Thriller vinyl from 1985. Do you know how much that's worth right now? No, I don't know how much it's worth. I'm going to go to eBay and I'm going to see what similar ones are selling for. Okay, it's worth about $900. Like that's all you really have to do. I'm going to see, okay, what are similar ones like this selling for recently? I go to eBay. That's how I figure it out, right? That's how people in garage sales figure out what something's worth. So if I have a 3-2, so it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it's 1,000 square feet, and I know it's a wood frame shingle house, whatever, right? And it's built in 1994. What are some similar houses in the same subdivision. So quarter mile selling for. Okay, this one sold for 220. It was a little more square feet. This one sold for 200. Find the square feet, multiply it, boom, right? That's IERV. It's I hate to say it, but if you have like PropStream, so listarea.com, ZachData.com, DMZach.com, like you got any of those softwares for drawing for dollars, regular list polling, things like that, it's really easy and simple because you can pop the comps up in like 4 seconds and just do the things in there. And so that's it, right? Like, and then repair costs is like, oh no, repair costs. This is super complicated. How am I ever going to figure out repair costs? What I'm going to do, I'm doing this live right now. I just logged into freewholesaling.com. And all I'm going to do, go to freewholesaling.com, is I got a little formula here. All right. It's under ARV, how to calculate repair costs. It's right here. So let me show everybody my repair cost worksheet this year for wholesaling real estate. It's really simple. It's not complicated. And yeah, so let's share it. All right, right here. So that is it. This is the repair cost worksheet. Do not complicate this. Do not make it crazy. But like, this is it. All right. I don't understand why so many wholesalers get this confused. But if you want to find repairs, this is literally freewholesaling.com. Top left-hand corner here. It's the repair cost. All right. You just have to figure out, does it need light, medium, or heavy repairs? At the video there, it'll show you exactly what a light one is, what a medium one, and then what is a heavy one. Roughly most houses, I will tell everybody, is in that medium category. You're not going to be perfect, but you're going to be in that category. And that's how you're going to figure out. So that is my repair cost worksheet. And I want everybody watching this to understand that you're not going to be perfect on it. Here's the point. You don't have to be. And that's the one thing I want everybody to understand. You don't have to be perfect. All right. You just have to. So take a screenshot of this. Actually, no, go to freewholesaling.com. All right. Like, don't be greedy. All right. Go to freewholesaling.com. But here's the truth. Why I make it, you only get 4 minutes. Oh, but it got to be perfect. Here's the truth. When I calculate ARV, my MAO formula, even when me and Rick, we use the same MAO formula, we're going to come out with different numbers roughly. Like we're a little different on the repairs. And here's the thing. Your cash buyer is going to be different on his repairs. He's going to be different on how he looks at comps. They're not going to care. Oh, this comp here sold for this. So this is what your MAO has to be. A cash buyer is going to say, screw you. It's my money. I'm going to look it up myself. And then he or she's going to calculate their own MAO formula. So you know you don't have to be to a T exact. You just have to be roughly in a range and then go from there. That is it. All right. It's like these people are like, I got to calculate the perfect weight I should be at. Like, not real. Like, here's a range that you won't be overweight or obese and then just stay out of that range, right? Like, that's roughly where you got to be at. Like, oh, you know, I want to make, it's not like I want to make 6 figures and I got to be like, well, if you want to make 6 figures, do you have to make 120,000? Should I make 130? Like, the lowest you can, like the highest you can, but for an offer, the lowest you can, right? And so you just got to be at a range. Like, you don't have to be perfect. Like, there's no such thing as the perfect, like, weight to the ounce that you should weigh, right? Just be at a rough range, right? Like, that's it. It's pretty simple. And so repairs should take you in ARV 4 minutes. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Sounds crazy to say, but it's true. It's insane for me that these wholesalers, my gosh, it stresses me out that you guys overcomplicate this. It makes me want to cry sometimes because you're losing out on deals. Step 2, we're going to find MAO. I'm going to give everybody 30 seconds for that, right? At freewholesaling.com, we break it down. What is our formula? Which I will go into freewholesaling.com and break it down. I literally just logged out of it because I'm crazy. But I'm crazy for wholesaling. Let's go here. So literally, this is just freewholesaling.com. And you know, if I have to convince you to go to freewholesaling.com at this point, I don't know what else I can do. But how to calculate MAO. Where is MAO? Here it is. All right. So here it is. Here's my MAO formula. And if I get one comment, all right, I'm going to go berserk. Oh, but my guru said I should do. I don't care what your broke guru who does no wholesaling deals has to say. I'm going to tell you what legit works in this business. All right. This is what works in 2023. If your ARV is under 120, you can use 70%. ARV minus repairs multiplied by 70%. Oh, but John Santos told me it's ARV multiplied by 70% minus repairs, and then I have to use the quadratic formula and then add an x squared to the fourth decimal point, and then on top of that, I get divided by 0.96. That's what I hear. Seriously, this is the MAO formula. 30 seconds. You plug the numbers in. What's my ARV? What's my repairs? Why is it? I'll explain this one time. ARV minus repairs is what the house is worth right now. That is it. I don't want to overcomplicate this, but this is the truth. This is it. All right. So I want everyone to understand this. All right. This is not rocket science. I promise everybody. What is ARV? ARV is the after repair value. Yeah, that's what it is. And so after repair value is what the house is worth when it's fixed up and you put all the repairs in the house, right? Yeah, pretty simple. What is repairs? How much money I have to put into the house to make it the ARV value. So if I have the house right now and I add the repairs to it, that equals ARV. That's what the house is worth. So if a house is ARV is 300, but it needs 50K worth of work, if I put that 50K into work, it will be worth the ARV. So that is what the house is worth. Now, as a cash buyer, I want to discount off what the thing is actually worth right now because I got to put work into it. It's called value add. Talk to any old rental guy, old real estate investor. They all talk about value add. How do I get discounts on properties? No one would ever want to sell their house for 20% below what it's really worth. Yes, they will on one instance called value add, where because you have to put your time, sweat, renovations, they'll give you an additional discount because of the hassle of dealing with it. And so ARV is what the house is worth on its best day. Repairs is how much money you have to put into the property to make it its best day. And so that is what it's worth. That is what its current value is. So if I add the repair cost onto what its current value is, it equals the ARV. And so you multiply a percentage off each cash buyer wants from there, and that's what you get. The higher the price, the higher the less of a discount they can get, which is pretty cool. So if the ARV is under 120,000, guess what? You can use 70%. ARV 120 to 200, you can use 80, 200, 275, 83, and then 85% of anything above 300, right? That is it. So I want to say it one last time for the broke gurus in the back, all right, that are trying to use their little formula. As somebody that flips a lot of houses, as somebody that does a lot of wholesaling deals, and who knows a lot of cash buyers, and who is a cash buyer, I know what a property will sell for on the market right now, right? And if I put the repairs, it will equal the ARV of what other properties are selling for. I want a 70% off of that. I want 80% off of that. And then I can make a profit in between that, right? So the point is, if I am a cash buyer and I want to buy a house for $200,000 and I know the ARV is 200 and it's got to put 50K in repairs, right? Let's do the quick math here. Pretty simple. 200K is the ARV and it's got 50K in repairs. So ARV 200 minus 50K is 150. This is what the house is currently worth right now. So if I put the property on the market, it'll probably sell for 150. But here's the problem. When I put it on the market, the buyer's gonna be like, well, I got to renovate it. So I need to make some profit on this. So I need to make 20% profit because I got to put 50K into it. So I multiply that by 80%. Boom. That's it, right? They usually want to buy it between 120. 120, they could put 50K in repairs. Boom, at 170. And then they could probably sell it for 200, maybe a little more, but roughly 200 if we're going to be conservative on it. All right. And so that's not a crazy profit, but that is MAO. The reason why I call it MAO is some cash buyers want to buy it below MAO. Some want to buy it above. It depends how smart and savvy the investor is. So for me, as a real estate investor, as someone that loves flipping houses, I would probably be at 60%, 70, 75, and 80 for those percentages because I'm used to making 40, 50K on a flip. But a guy that's fresh out of a real estate seminar, maybe they were listening to some real estate podcast and they want to get into it and they work a 9-to-5 job. They don't want to make as much profit as me. And so they're willing to pay more than me because they're less experienced than me, right? Pretty simple. So that is it. I don't care what your broke guru got to say. Come on. All right. Like, I don't want to hear it. Okay. And as somebody that wholesales across the entire country, that's what it is. So I appreciate everybody handling me on my tangent of why these broke wholesaling gurus are ruining the industry, but it's true. And so let's talk about step 3, which is the last one, but that takes about 30 seconds. Now this can take 30 seconds. All we're going to do is take 20 to 30% off the top of our MAO, and that's our LAO. That's it. So let's do some really quick numbers. All right. So if I figured out my MAO is 120, I'm going to multiply it by 0.7, LAO, 84, right? That would probably make me around 36 grand on a deal that low. That's pretty cool, right? If I figured out my MAO is 250, I'm probably going to do 0.8, right? I'm going to do 0.8, and I took 20% off that 250. That's 50K. LAO should be that. Heck, you can do 0.7 of that, right? Of 250. That's pushing it. It's very hard for when an MAO is like that, it's a little more difficult to push that, because that is going to be a, let me do the math here. That is going to be a 75K profit. That's pushing unless you got a big motivation on that deal. I'm not saying not to do it, but it gets a little crazy to do. So that's pretty much it on that point, guys. I think a lot of wholesalers, they really overcomplicate this, and that is it. So guys, I'm begging everybody watching this to please stop overcomplicating things. Spend 5 to 10 minutes on your shot clock and focus on lowballing your seller. I will tell you, the number one way I can make most wholesalers more money when it comes to giving offers is by just focusing on the offer, not by having your numbers even more perfect, not by doing all these. No, if you just focus on gaining confidence in yourself, practicing you giving offers to people, you will end up making more money. I promise everybody watching this. This is how you're going to make more money in this business. This is how you're going to make more money in wholesaling. You're going to make it all by going out here and just lowballing like crazy and making a ton of money. The reason why I know this is because our students on our channel, all right, we are pretty much the only YouTube channel that people are doing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 deals. Pretty much the only YouTube channel that there are some good big deals there, but not the volume that we do, right? So if you go to freewholesaling.com and you see it, we actively have new wholesalers making 50, 60K on deals actively. And why most wholesaling, I don't sell anything, and all of our students make more money than the average newbie, right? Why do people learning from freewholesaling.com make more money than the people that don't? Because they follow my advice and say to lowball like crazy. Go for the no, right? You look here, 50K, 20K. They made some big checks, 50K check. Michael got 5, so no big deal. 70, there's good ones here, but like 15K, 30, guys, these 30K checks, 76 grand, right? Like there's some smaller ones, obviously, but guys, it's big, right? Like there's $46,000. Like look at this one, 46 grand. Come on. That's money right there, right? So shout out to Adele there. But it's very unheard of for beginners to make 46 grand on a deal. You know why? Because these broke wholesaling gurus are not telling you to push yourself beyond your limits, right? Most people told hey, you can't make this amount of money in wholesaling. I got told that plenty of times. I just broke, it's a mental barrier in your mind, right? Most people say, hey, you can't do this, right? You can always do it. It's really, life is exactly what you think of, right? Unless there's something out of your control, most things in your life are in your control if you can't control it. And don't let anybody tell you not to do this or something to do this, right? But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I want everybody to know, why do most people outside of our YouTube channel don't make 46K on their first deal or $46,000 on their deals? This is pretty simple. I want everybody to understand this, because those gurus put a limiting mindset on them that they can't make more than 40K on a deal, or more, they can't make more than 30K on a deal. You know why? This is simple. Because they are not giving uncomfortable offers. And when they push themselves to get uncomfortable offers, they do money. Why do you think of my business? I make on average 30 to 35K on an assignment, not double closing, not flipping, 35K. It used to be 40, but now it's 35. But we're doing more deals. And my average wholesaler in my market, because I know the title companies, they're making 10 to 15 at most because I lowball twice as much as them. And when I shoot more 3-pointers, I make more 3-pointers, right? Everyone's shooting 2-pointers. I'm shooting 3-pointers. And I get the same amount of shots going in because I got really good at shooting 3s. That's pretty much it, right? And so I want everybody to watch this to understand this, that like, if you don't lowball, someone else is, and they're going to make money. And if you don't lowball, then the seller's going to get the rest of the money. So you should do it too. And so here's the last part I want everybody to understand. If you're scared to lowball, so I think this is the thing stopping most wholesalers right now, okay? They're scared to lowball. They're scared this person's going to say, oh my gosh, there's way too low. Get out of here. Screw you. Rah, 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 blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what people are legit scared of right now. I can tell you, if you, sounds a shocking statement. So I just make sure no gurus are listening to me. I don't think I've ever said this before, but if you go to freewholesaling.com, I have live calls of me talking to sellers, and you can copy what I say. And my favorite one, I'll tell everyone, good cop, bad cop approach. Hey, Mr. Seller, I was talking to my partner Rick about this deal, and he wanted to buy this thing for like $175,000. That's what he told me. Oh, no, blah, blah. Hey, I know. Rick's crazy. He wants to buy for $175. $175, I don't think I can do $175. I mean, that's what he was saying, right? That's why I'm here, Mr. Seller, because I'm the voice of reason between us. I mean, he wants $175, but between you and me, I kind of do the work on these deals. Like, what works for you? And then boom, negotiate from there, right? If you blame it on somebody else, they won't get mad at you. This is why police officers are really good at interrogating people, because they have a good cop, bad cop approach. They can leverage the bad cop to get kind of what they want and make the good cop look good. And then boom, you can use it from there, right? And so this is why you get a lot of leverage when you do it. So go to freewholesaling.com. I tell everybody, go for the no. Make sure that first offer gets a no, and then you'll make more money than ever, right? That is the point. So yeah. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to answer some comments. I'm going to do some one-on-ones today, and I appreciate it. We got a big deal coming up for multifamily, so I'm really excited about it. And won't give me details till it closes, obviously, but or maybe no details. I like to keep things I own. I got to think about that, because everything we do buy is very untraceable for most people on purpose. So I'll talk to Rick about it. I know some people are going to push me on this, but this is a huge deal for me, and it's good. A lot of money, right? So I like it. But what I want to do is answer some questions, see how I can help the people out, and yeah, let's get it. So you say, hey, Zach, is that data from you collected since you started? No, Diego, this is data since I started freewholesaling.com. And so, yeah, our JV deals are okay. You know, like they're not 40K deals on average, but our average deal right now is like, I would say 20 to 25. If you average the means out, about 25 is the median. And then I think the mean is probably a little lower than that, but not bad. So I'll tell you one, I want to give everybody a reason why. And so, guys, I'll let everybody know, quick shameless plug. If you have a wholesaling deal and you want to wholesale with us, go to sellmypaper.com. Recently, we've been doing very well in New Jersey. Yesterday, I got a text from our guy. We got a $25,000 assignment locked up, and we got a closing tomorrow too on there. I don't know New Jersey, but I guess we got a lot of deals going on, but pretty cool. We got one. I want to give a shout out. I was talking to one of our guys on the phone today too. Let's get my oil changed. One lucky wholesaler. I think she's 18. She's going to get $13,000 tomorrow. So shout out to her. I think her name's Michelle. Shout out to Michelle, North Carolina. She's going to, I could be wrong. I think she's 18 though, from what I heard. But she's going to get $13,000 in her first deal tomorrow. So shout out to her. Now, you know, the New Jersey guy, I'm like, he's already done some deals, right? So whatever, right? But like, if it's your first deal, I want to commend that, right? So if you did your first deal with me, that you never forget your first deal, right? And so it's crazy. And so $13,000 for a young teenager working with us, that's awesome. And why is that person making $13,000 and not $5,000? Let me tell you the truth. A lot of deals of why sellmypaper.com is doing really well right now is why our average assignment fee is doing really well. I'm just telling everyone the truth. A lot of you guys are locking the deal too high. And so I've been actually having our people, if they're too high, we're just going to renegotiate the deal. And we're going to lowball the seller again and then get it. Unfortunately, for 3 deals, we had to do that because it's just locked up too high. It's like, oh, you got to renegotiate. And the seller's like, and the wholesale's like, I don't know if I can do that. We had our team just do it. Hey, this is the price we're at. Boom, boom, 30K cut, 30K cut, 30K cut. I think for that Michelle girl, she was going to literally not get a deal there because I think it was overpriced by 25K and we made about 25, 26 on the deal. Uh-oh, right? That's a terrible deal. But we had our boy out here. Shout out to Daryl. He renegotiated, I think he took 25, maybe 30. There's so many deals being done at sellmypaper.com. I'm trying to, it gets complicated. It's like, there's a lot going on here. But so I want to give a shout out to her. I know that's we've done a lot of deals, but I don't know if it's confirmed. I think that's confirmed our biggest deal for someone's first deal. So that's pretty cool. The first deals always have a place in my heart because that's something that I know changes people's lives. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And so yeah, shout out to everyone on here. But yeah, so go to sellmypaper.com if you have a deal. We are extremely strong in a lot of markets. I would say our strongest ones currently are Dallas. North Carolina's just because we have the people there and we have really good people. North Carolina. And surprisingly, really strong in New Jersey for some reason. I don't know why. So if you have a deal in New Jersey, I'll tell everybody, go to sellmypaper.com. Not all of New Jersey, I would say super strong, but that Manamith, Essex County, like that area, probably the strongest in the country. Probably like in a market, probably some of the strongest we've done. Like get the deal, summit next day. Like for New Jersey, for some reason, we got for sellmypaper.com. This is shocking to me. For some reason, it's very well. And so New Jersey's like on fire for us right now because there's just bigger assignments. So yeah, sellmypaper.com. Talk to us. We'll hopefully sell your deal under 24 hours and we'll get it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So Donkey Kong says, what portion for sellmypaper.com, what portion of the workload do you take over? So I'll tell you the honest truth and I'll tell you what the fun truth is. So for you guys, obviously, what's the workload? You send the contract over. The biggest workload for us is just getting the information on the deal and then connecting you with our title company and then getting the biggest workload for you, honestly, is we're local there. So it's usually the walkthrough letting you just know about the deal. And so you don't have to display the deal anymore. We'll get it. But I want everybody to understand we have to send you the JV agreement first. So when we send you the JV agreement, then you're hands off. If you'll send us deals, we don't send the JV agreement, we're not JVing it. Okay. Like we have to know, hey, I know I can make at least 10K on this, or if I can renegotiate it, I can do it. So I'll send you the JV now, right? We don't send a JV deal unless we know we can sell it. Because I don't want to tell you we're going to get this thing sold. Like, chill out. And then the deal's like we're running and we don't have a cash buyer, right? When we send you the JV agreement, we got this thing unlocked pretty much. So the portion fee, that's it. For me, telling everyone the truth, it's really no workload for me because I got all over the country, like everyone's, it's kind of a connection piece on there. So for me, I got it all scheduled out. I got the systems for it already set out. For me, it's a couple hours just checking with everybody on the deals, going from there. For you, if it's a good deal and we have the JV signed from there, the workload is, I hate to say it's hands off because we have to just keep you updated on the process, especially as a newbie, let you know what's going on so you understand it. But the workload's pretty simple, right? I will tell everybody we are stronger in some markets than other markets, obviously. So that's why we have to look at each deal sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is the portion of the workload you have to do on there. So yeah, you got a deal, send it over to sellmypaper.com. And if you want to get a deal, go to freewholesaling.com. Pretty simple, right? I don't want to complicate it. Don't want to get things crazy on here, but that's pretty much it. So let's see a couple more questions we got here, and let's get it going. Zach shooting my Steph Curry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do a lot of marketing. I spend a pretty penny on that. But when you're making so much on the deals, you're just going to keep going in the marketing like crazy, right? So Maximo says, does this worksheet apply to the repair cost worksheet for all markets? Pretty much. The cost of a roof for 1,000 square foot house is going to be a little different in San Diego than it is in Buffalo, New York. But roughly, I can't get it perfect, but it's going to be a best guess. So obviously, the more expensive the market, a little more it's going to cost just with labor. But that's pretty much it on that end. All right. So if you want to hop on, talk to me one-on-one, let me hop some people on here. All right. So this is Wholesaling Offer Formula. This is my free real estate wholesaling Facebook group. And if you want to hop on here, this is how you get the link to actually hop on and talk to me. Oh, Zach, can you send me a link? No, you got to be in the Facebook group to do it, right? I want everyone to be on here. And all you got to do is click here. So this is called Wholesaling Offer for Real. This is mine. Click here, stop thinking and start lowballing. This is pretty much it. And this is it. And so that's pretty much it. So click here. That's just StreamYard link right there. And you can talk to me absolutely for free one-on-one. And yeah, I can talk to you, see how I can help you become the best wholesaler possible. And that's it. So that's how you hop on here, talk to me, and let's get it. So let's see what questions we got, see how I can help the people out. And yeah, that's the goal. So let's talk. Hello, Henry. All right. Bye, Henry. Sosa.
Yo, Zach.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on? I got a couple questions for you, and I want you to set me up a plan.
Let's do it.
All right. So hold on, I had to roll them all down. Hold on real quick. Let me get to it.
I'm answering some questions while you do that.
No, all right, I'm ready now. So
All right,
when you pull in the tax delinquents, what's the least amount? Because I seen some for like 5. I've been doing like 15 and up, but I really be going for like the 3s and 4s.
Any amount.
Any amount?
Any amount.
All right.
I mean, maybe it's over 100K because those are like multi-million-dollar houses, but yeah.
All right, just as long as they owe.
Yeah, usually.
All right, yeah. So I got a deal locked up too. I had talked to him. I talked to him like Wednesday, and I had done set the appointment up for Saturday. I had done got it locked up. I had done did the bad cop, good cop. He said 150, and I had done lowballed him for like 90. I knew I can offer like 120, but long story short, I got it locked up for 105, and I already got my already got the buyer, so I got 23,000 on the way.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, so that should be close. I'm just waiting on the titles. I did all that in like, I talked to him the first time for like 26 minutes, and I did good too because he tried to set the appointment for like next week, and then I kept talking to him, and he had Saturday open, so I said like 3 days later, and I found the buyer basically like Wednesday. So
Beautiful,
just
man.
went on the title, go throwing that to close. And the other deal that I was telling you about, that the one I was talking about putting on the market and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I still got that when it was like a air situation, and somebody else had a will. So they I got the will, and they doing that the time right now. But that deal will go right there too. And that house I was telling you about is pending. I mean, I can't say I know it's gonna close, but I know it's gonna close. But it's pending right now for 300,000, and it's a fully rehab, so it's beautiful.
Did you rehab it?
No, but I talked to the agent. They did everything brand new, everything up to code, and because they added the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the member one I got is basically the same but bigger. So I'm gonna throw that on the market though. I'm gonna still throw, and I did what you say. I brought some buyers through. So I already know I got like a 30,000 on it because they offered me like 60, the couple ones I sent. But I ain't want to send no more buyers through because of the because I'm locked up with them. But since they went to doing the hair thing, I ain't want to send it through no more. But off the ripper, I just know I got like a easy 30 if I go to them. But and I looked on I looked on the market, and all the high distressed properties like recently sold that you be showing us, everything sold from 100,000 to 170 max high distress.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and that's what I'm gonna do on that one. I'm just waiting for them to get the last will so the person can sign.
Dude,
And
you already know this, man. The more problems on the deal, the more money you usually make. So
yeah, that's what I
bring the
said.
problems, man. Bring them coming. Let's get some more deals,
That's what I
dude.
said. 'Cause remember, I was being supposed to close on it. I told you like a month ago, and I've been supposed to close, but that other house is just sitting, and now that's from the close. Like, so that's gonna be an easy cut right there, like an easy 300, and it's literally right down the street.
Dude, so I congrats to you, man. Something's going on in North Carolina, bro. Like, dude, I'm almost at with my JV deals and the virtual wholesaling. We could potentially probably make 6 figures in North Carolina this month. Dude, it's nuts. Things
Yeah,
are going. I don't know. I don't know what's in the water there, man. And dude, I'm not even in your areas. It's crazy, dude.
yeah, I know it is, and that's what I was gonna say. That's why I want to plan because now I'm really seeing some daylight because just off these 2 deals, I know I'm at 100K minimum. So it's like that's just off
Dude, let's go.
that's just off the minimum. Like, so what I really
How much
want
did
to
you
do
pay a
is,
guru?
huh?
How much did you pay for gurus?
None, man. And
None,
you,
man. I'm
it's
telling you,
so
dude.
it's so crazy, like, cause everything really making sense right now. Cause and that's why I say, like, when you break me the plan, I want you to just give it to me, cause I'm all in. Like, I jumped in is all in, but I was just like had the wrong like information basically. Then I ran into you, feel me? Everything really been falling into place, like. So I ain't got no girlfriend, ain't got no kids. I'm all in. I'm cool.
You can
I'm a
have a
lone wolf.
girlfriend, okay? You can have a girlfriend, man. All right.
No,
Like
I'm saying I
I
don't.
will allow you. All right.
No, I'm moving and grooving right now. So I'm just doing me right now. I ain't
Oh
gotta
man.
be having too much energy other places. So
All right, man.
all right, yeah. And another thing I want you to do because all right, I had ran your numbers on this deal because I could have made more. I know I could have got like a 30 or probably like 40 some off because after I ran the numbers and stuff. So
Yeah.
this is how good the comp was. Both comps was next door. One comp was from last year around March. It sold for 260, but it was fully rehabbed. The neighbor sold for 260 around last year around March. And then the other comp it sold December on like December 8th for like 272. But it had a garage on it. So I just took off like a little 10K. So I knew I was still somewhere around like a 260 with it on selling or something like that. So I sold it for 128. I had to put it out there for like 130. But just me knowing I could have put it for like 240. I mean 140. And I did a max on the repairs. I knew it 160, but I just did the max and see. But I still could have sold it for like 140. And if the repairs was 60, they would have still had like a 60K profit, right? On some basic kind of math.
Dude, I can go back all day and say how much more money. I probably have $1 million sitting of extra stuff I could have made. And
Yeah.
between you and me, man, it doesn't matter, right? It's
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
it's it's fine. Like, dude, just focus on the future. You can't go dive in the past, but just use that experience from before and just make more money in the future, man.
Yeah, no, I ain't tripping, but it'll
No,
definitely be it'll definitely be for the like next one. But reason why I'm asking this is like that's what I want to ask you because like I know you got videos on learning the market, but they kind of differ. I want to keep you make like a playlist because I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to conquer this market what I'm in right now. So I know you got to get a deal in certain markets to really know, but I know it's certain stuff like y'all be saying where you can like know the market because I know like how the market going backwards. Like one man it is, but it's still good though.
dude, you're gonna get more. You're gonna do more deals.
Yeah, I
And
see
guess
that.
what? Let's say the market goes more backwards. I don't really think it will too crazy, but let's say it does. Who do you think is more set to win? You, who has now experience around the market and stuff, or the newbie who kind of doesn't know anything about the market? You,
Yeah, because
right?
I need going up. Yeah.
And then when it goes up, you're going to be even crazier. And so, dude, come on, you're fine.
And another thing too, I'm glad you said if I brought it up. All right, so and these from driving for dollars too. and doing the verse sticky. But so I was driving, right? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to lock up. I'm trying to lock up one of these like basically like a multi-family anything like some type of gas station, anything that's vacant really. So I
Yeah.
seen this big old building, like real building, and it looked vacant. Long story short, I talked to the dude yesterday, and he willing to sell. It's an older dude. He not motivated within like money wise, but he is motivated because they older up in age. His birthday was yesterday. He's 79. His wife worked with him. I gotta call him back because he was talking about a chemical business that I thought he was talking about that, but I guess he was saying there's another one that he owned. But he say he is willing to sell it. And oh yeah, because one of the dudes that left to keep up the maintenance, so the grass real high. But I'm
Yeah.
looking at like you gonna need like more than one dude to like you need a whole staff to like cut this big old thing. But he willing to sell. He said he got it appraised last year. I know like a couple like 2 years ago for like 2.1 million. And he said he willing to sit with me and have some coffee. But what I want to know is what kind of questions I ought to ask, because I know I can't lock it up. I mean, I ain't saying I know I can't lock it up, but the down payment, like I can find all that if it's a deal. But that's why I say he'll sell it, but I'm trying to see what kind of questions I need to ask. When I ask him, I'm like, how much revenue does it bring
Is it
in?
a multifamily or a commercial?
No, it said when I put it in prop screen, it said industrial.
Yeah.
It looks like a plant.
Kind of commercial-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be careful. You got to figure out what it can rent for. But between you and me, you just got to buy. You just find buyers of industrial properties and just call them up. That's all you can do. I'm not. I've sold businesses like before.
Yeah.
Not like places that are run by businesses and the businesses is owned by the person who has it too.
Yeah.
It's just find somebody who's willing to buy it. Right. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna call him in, coming to ask him. I'm like, well, how much revenue does it bring in annually? He did say he written this to himself, but he said like 3,000 a month. But I'm looking how big it is. I'm like, what's he talking about?
You're gonna have to figure that yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you might just have to lowball it and see if you can find a buyer for it. I'll give you one big thing though. This could be bad. This could be good, right? And so there's a couple of people I know in my market. They are one of the biggest commercial property brokers. Like they're realtors, but for commercial only.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get the deal locked up, but you could go to one of them and say, "Hey, I'm looking to wholesale this commercial property. It's industrial. Do you have buyers for a wholesaling deal?" And make sure they're legit, right?
Yeah.
So just make sure it's not like a fake. Like make sure they're not going to screw you, and they're okay with wholesaling. And if they're not, don't use them. But you could find a good deal like that too, because they go to the commercial brokers and say, "Hey, I'm looking to buy this business or whatever, a place for our business," and you pay them like a good fee. Heck, maybe like a percent, like maybe 3-4%.
Yeah.
Of the purchase price, whatever makes you work, and then you can do it from there. That's for commercial. It's probably going to be, I'd say.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because it's definitely active. Because I thought it was vacant the way he looked, but he he still worked there. Hey, so another thing too, for one, how come I can't post in a group? I never did no spam or no courses or anything like that, and I can't reset my password.
I mean, you can't reset your password in the course.
Yeah, I was trying to reset because I basically had I got a new computer, so
Okay,
I had
let's make a new account. I won't tell anybody. Oh, I'll give you a hack. All right, let me give you a quick hack. Sign up for a new account. And so I don't want to know your email. I don't put it out publicly.
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, it's I don't know. Let's just say it's flipwithrick@gmail.com. Okay, it was what you signed it in. Use flipwithrick +1@gmail.com, and it will work. It's a quick hack. Just what your email is before the @Gmail. Just put +1 or +2 @Gmail, and it'll make a new account for you, and it'll stay on the same one. Quick hack for everybody. You can actually do that. If you put your email +4 @gmail.com, it'll go to your regular Gmail, and you can sign up for multiple things.
Yeah.
So just do that. And then for Facebook, it depends on your post. What were you posting about?
Say that again about the post.
What post did you make on Facebook that didn't get approved?
One of them, I was just trying to see who else was in my area. And then one of them, I was just trying to post a screenshot of the deal that I was telling you about. Like, I ain't talked to the seller in like a week. But when I did talk to him, he was basically saying he wasn't worried about it. He was confident in me. And I know you be talking about confidence. I was just
DM me your Facebook name and I'll look at that one. For the area thing, I probably got denied because I get 50 posts saying where are my wholesalers at in New Jersey or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is go in the comments on YouTube and say, where are my guys in this market? That'd probably be the fastest way to do it. All right.
All right. And so if I pretty much master the MCTP, Ford, closer, the SMAC formula, I'm top 1%.
Top 1% of people in Trilson.com at 100K, you might be top 5%.
That'll work.
Dude, we got some 7-figure wholesalers, man. Like, there's some guys making millions, dude.
To.
That's where you're going to get there. You'll be the 1%. I promise you that.
I'm going to get to. I ain't going to say trying.
Oh, no. You'll get to it, man. Because if you're making 25K deals and you're doing one of those a month, you're going to start doing 2, then 3, and then 4. And that's 6 figures a month.
And that's the thing, too. I'm glad you said that because these deals, I'm really back to back. That's why I'm trying to keep it up. I done got these deals in probably like a 45-day type of thing. I already know consistent, keep going and things like that. But I need to make 400K by August. I want to. What can you set for me? The only thing I want to do, what I'm doing right now, is driving for dollars.
Why do you have to make 400K?
Because I'm supposed to have been there. I know I'm supposed to have been there.
Oh, you're supposed to be there. That's good. It's not like, hey, my mom's got medical bills. It's not like dire. Okay. So like, we're not stressed over this. So we can do this a calm approach. I had one guy, last month. He said, I need to make 30K in the next 30 days because my brother's got bail and he's going to be away for 6 years. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a little much. But 400K at what you're doing is very easy. You just got to 4x the amount of money you made. And so, do you like basketball?
I'm like, what you mean? Like, do I like
sport of basketball?
Yeah.
I love the Heat. I love NBA.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple. So if somebody goes to a basketball player and say, hey, how do I score more points? Either you try more threes or you shoot more shots. And so you're asking me how to make more money. I'm like, for you got to shoot more shots. That's it. That's all you can do, right? Like, so you score 30 points. Like, how do I score 50? Shoot more shots, right? Yeah. How do I get in a position to shoot more shots? We'll get the ball more. How do I have a ball so I'm able to take shots are offers, right? That's why I look at it.
Yeah.
And how do I get the ball more, right? Marketing. Marketing gives you more opportunities to go shoot your shots. And so, honestly, man, if you want to make more money on it, like you can to make more money in wholesaling, either you increase your assignment fees, like per deal, or you increase the amount of deals you do. Now, if you do both, that's the best. You're making like 20K on a deal, 25, especially where you're at in your market. I know where you're at. Yeah. It's going to be hard to increase that more, but you definitely can increase the amount of deals you do.
Yeah.
And so my best shot for you, man, if you want to 4x your results, just 4x your marketing. That's it. So I would look for people. I'd probably drop $1,000 on this. And so you already know what you're doing, right? You're driving for dollars, doing all this stuff. If you could find some friends you have, or let's just go on Facebook and just pay somebody 10, 12 bucks an hour, even 15 to drive for dollars.
Yeah.
You drive for dollars with them you spend 3 hours with them driving for dollars and you pay them. It sucks, but it's true. And you teach them how to drive for dollars. And then you pay them 15 bucks an hour to drive for dollars for you. How many hours until you get a wholesaling deal driving for dollars do you think?
See, all right, that's what I was telling you. I ain't well, I had some of that in my computer that I just lost, but here go my stats right now. All right, so the one deal I got was from 60 reverse.
60 reverse drawing for dollars leads?
Yeah, it was 60. That's
right.
That was 60.
That's 4 hours. 4 hours at 15 bucks an hour. That'll cost you 60. Let's call it $100 you pay for their gas. $100 to get a deal. Bro, if it took me $100 to make 20K, I'd be shoving. You get me out of the way to get people. I'd have everyone in the city driving for me. All right.
Yeah.
So I think most people work jobs that they hate. And so if you can just, hey, I can give you, this is really simple, man. 8 hours times, let's do 20 for gas. I can pay you $160 for 4 hours Saturday, 4 hours Sunday to drive for dollars. And you get like 4 or 5 of those guys going.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to get a lot more leads. And the time that they spend driving, usually do it, you can spend that calling. Okay. I think that's your plan of attack. You're going to find more people. What's working?
See, that's the thing too. That's another thing too. Honestly, I'm trying to do, like, I don't mind probably adding, like, I mean, with that kind of work, because I ain't gonna lie, I was really trying to do this solo.
Here's the problem, bro. You don't have a partner. You cannot. Here's the problem, and this is an issue I had to deal with. I physically can't drive for dollars in 2 places at once. I wish it was. I just can't. I can't cold call 10. I can't cold call 100 hours in a day. That's impossible, right?
Yeah.
But guess what I can do? I can pay 10 VAs to cold call for 10 hours.
Yeah.
So the only way you're going to scale up, bro, is but you have people do it for you.
Yeah, no. I want to scale, so it'll be straight if I get people to drive, but I handle kind of everything else.
Oh yeah, you handle everything else. They just drive.
Okay. Oh yeah, all right, that's cool. I can do that. Cause when I get to that phone up, oh my, cause I'm trying to scale and delegate and things like that, but I'm just trying to keep my momentum going and
keep the momentum.
Right. All right, and all right, another thing too. So I got the deal machine. I get 1,000. I can get like 1,000 a month. And like them driving, when you reverse drive a dollar sky, I use them to do it too on the app. They be for some hours. I can't remember how the 60 was, but how should I do it? Because my plan was, because I've been getting 250 leads a week. So my thing was to get, first I was trying to get the 250 like first couple of days out of the week, and then reverse drive dollars, but that take a little longer. So I'm trying to see, like, how many should I get to I reverse? Because I know it's a time.
As many as you can, dude.
Like, no, I'm saying, like, should I just try to get the whole 1,000 and then come try to do all of like the same month? Get the whole 1,000 and then reverse, or get a 300 reverse, then get another 300 reverse.
Let me give you a quick hack, dude. Reverse drive for dollars your government leads, and then you can drive for dollars in those areas, and you can just double it up.
No, I get that. I'm saying, because the same driving for dollar leads I get, I reverse
yes.
too. So like when my month start, do I get up the 250 leads and then reverse them and then go get some more, or do I just get the
250? 250 government leads you're talking about?
No, my driving for dollars leads.
When you drive for dollars, you put the sticky note out there, man.
See, it'd be kind of time consuming, and then
but it's an extra it's an extra 10 seconds, man.
Certain houses I'll jump out and do it real quick. You feel me? But I kind of be clicking them and going, because sometimes you can't really be sitting in people neighborhoods like that.
I get it. There's some neighborhoods.
I still put the stickies, but you can't be driving all slow and then getting all like I have a situation, but I'm used to them situations, and I calmed it down like, hey, bro.
Let's not get in those situations. Yeah, I know you're talking about, man.
So I don't got no problem with jumping out.
Pay someone to do that. Pay someone to do it.
Yeah. All right.
That's it.
All right. Another thing too.
Yeah.
Last thing. Because I've been trying to, your dad never asked me. I don't know why. I've been trying to get on with your dad, but this one last one. So I'm pulling the probates now. I'm getting into it. I'm trying to pull them daily. So what I'm trying to do is pull them daily and call all the ones I pull at least 2 times and send 1 letter in that same week, and then 30 days later send another letter and not move on. What do you think?
I think that works.
That's great.
I'm not going to overcomplicate it.
All right, yeah, because that's what I was trying to do, kind of keep it simple. Just pull them first, reach out to them twice, then send a letter on the same week. I know he says about speed, because I was thinking about doing that at the end of the month, but I'm like, that's kind of too long.
Yeah, don't complicate it, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm on the road. I'll keep you updated. The other deal closing for sure. That's just closing in a couple of days.
Awesome, man.
Like I say, the hair, they just getting the last. I already got everybody, but the wheels went to popping up. You know how they get in. That other deal gonna be on closed by then. So I'm gonna just clean it up a little bit and throw it on MLS and
All right.
keep
Appreciate it,
going.
man.
All right.
All right.
Bet.
See you, bro. 400K. That's what he's going to do. All right. So we got Dante and Joe next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, I got to head out for 1 minute. I drank a gallon of water this morning. So I'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute. And yeah, so freewholesaling.com, we play the quick video and I'll be back really quick. Stay patient. Let's get it. Hey guys, Zach Ginn here from Flip with Rick. And after helping tens of thousands of people get started in wholesaling real estate and helping so many people out go from $0 to $100,000 in wholesaling real estate, I'm super excited to announce my new wholesaling mastery course. This wholesaling mastery course will have everything step by step on the whole entire wholesaling processes. I'm going to give you real deal examples. I'm going to hold your hand throughout the whole wholesaling process. This course will give you everything you need to know to make up to $100,000 to over $1 million per year in wholesaling real estate profits. Most real estate gurus out there will charge you around $5,000 for a course like this. But today, if you click on the link, you'll get my wholesaling mastery course for the low price of
sellout.
What?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I knew you would do this. I knew you were going to go the course route with the guru. It goes against everything we've preached from day one. Don't be a sellout.
The course is free.
What?
The course is free. I'm giving it for free.
Oh, I apologize. Carry on.
Jeez. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, duh. Do you think I'm going to go sell out as like a regular guru selling you a course? I'm not trying to make money off of you guys. Guys, over here, all you got to do is click there to just sign up. No gimmicks, nothing. Absolutely for free. It's a free wholesaling course. Literally, I've seen every single wholesaling course. I have access to all the 10,000 mentorships. Guys, I literally copied them step by step. I literally have an entire course set out just for you for wholesaling real estate. Click on that and let's get started. All right, freewholesaling.com. We're back. I did this thing this morning where I work out and I was working out and I drank an entire gallon and then I have to go to do that one deal and then I'm at the live and I'm like, whoa, never drinking a gallon of water. All right. So let's get it going. Let's help the people out. So Dante.
How you doing?
What's up, man? Thanks for the patience. How can I help you out today, man?
Okay, so I got a quick question. I got a deal that I'm trying to lock up. I'm about to go on an appointment in like 30 minutes, but it's a pre-foreclosure. This is gonna be my first time actually trying to do a pre-foreclosure. Nice. The comps is like 600, like 630, 640, and he already has his mindset that he wants to sell it for 430. I
what
feel
area?
like it's in California. It's in like Lake Elsinore area.
Okay.
But my question is because he said he wants to do it, but he said he needs 3 months after closing to still be there. And I didn't know if that was possible or if that would be like kind of risky, or how should I go about that?
Why does he need to be there for 3 months?
I'm not sure. And I was going to kind of talk to him more as I got there. And I found out that it's only like 60 more days left until the notice of default until it hits 120 days.
All right, Dante, I got good news for you.
What's going on?
You already know what I say, man. You get paid in proportion to the problems you solve, right?
Right.
It seems like a big problem you got to deal with. With most wholesalers, they're like, I don't want to deal with this. Ugh. This is where you can strike, man. All right. So I'm not the average wholesaler. I can get around this. So this is really simple. And this is recorded. So you see me on the YouTube, right? You can watch this. So don't take notes or like get confused. I just want to tell you what it is, and then you can look it up after. Okay.
Right.
So the one thing that is weird about this is California is a little funky with evictions, but with this, you should be fine. All right. So he wants to sell for 430, you said?
Yeah.
So you're going to do 400, but he can stay in there for 3 months.
Okay.
Here's what's going to happen. You're going to give a 20K discount to the cash buyer, and 10K is just going to go to you. All right. Because you're cool. Right. And so you're going to get a 30K discount. And what you're going to do here is at closing, we're going to do this. It's called a post-occupancy tenant agreement. Post-occupancy tenant agreement. I'm not the legal guy, so that could be a different name. But basically what it states is at closing, we agree. Do you know how much is owed on the property?
It's less than 100,000.
Okay. So at closing, at 400, he should get 300,000, right? Let's use that for example, right? At closing, he is going to get $200,000. And when he leaves in 3 months, he's going to get that 100K back. And guess what happens if he doesn't want to leave after 3 months?
Eviction, or he doesn't get the rest of his money?
He doesn't get the 100K and we evict his butt.
Right.
So he for 100K, he's going to get out of there. All right.
Right.
And where's he going to say, oh, but you don't need that. You're going to live in the house. You got no expenses, bro. Right?
Right.
He can't argue against it. And he'll be out there in 3 months.
Okay.
And that cash buy, okay, I'll give you an extra 20K. Okay, fine. You might have to give even more of a discount, but that should be how it is. So legally, you can actually do this when they get a part of the closing. And then after 3 months, the title company will give it to them when you give permission.
Okay.
So try to think about that in your head. It might seem confusing, but like you're going to have to explain that to the seller. And if they agree to that, write it in the contract.
Okay.
So seller agrees to stay in property 3 months after closing, but seller agrees to only get 200K out of the 300 due at closing until they move out. Write it something simple. Don't make it complicated. And then at closing, basically it's going to be like a lease they have to sign where they agree to stay in there for 3 months. And once they get out, they can get their 100K. If they're not out in 3 months by this date, they lose the 100K.
Okay.
And so it protects everybody. And you're going to have to find a cash buyer that's okay with it. But if it's a good enough discount, bro, it's going to be good.
Right. Yeah, it's a pretty good too. It's off a lake.
Yeah,
it's like a lake house.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And here's the best part about it. You get paid in the beginning, so you don't have to worry about that. It's the cash buyer's problem.
Okay, cool.
So you're going to have to find some cash buyers that are okay with it, but it's going to have to be you have to give them a good deal. But you're going to make a ton of money on it too. So I think it's good, dude.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
try 375 though. Like, heck, see what you can do.
Right.
Don't get too offended, but you got to be quick, bro. Like, this is fast. Like, right when I'm off the phone, you're calling.
Yeah. I'm going to the appointment right now, actually, in like 30 minutes. So
yeah, so lock it up. Work on that cash buyer. This is a good deal, man. I'm telling you, I've done this before. It works very well.
Okay. Perfect.
So I want you though, okay, to explain to me like I'm the seller of what exactly you're talking about. I thought I'm just going to sell it for cash, but I stay 3 months for free. What does this mean? Okay. Explain it to me. So Dante, wait, I'm just not getting all the cash. What's going on?
So you are getting the cash, but just so we can both be covered and safe, we'll be able to front you $200,000 and comfortably you'll be able to stay there for the next 3 months as you said you need it. And once you move out, you'll be able to get the rest of your money. So that
who has the money?
Escrow has the money. We don't touch it. The title company holds it. So that way we're not taking your money and you're not losing out either.
How do I know you're going to give me that $100,000?
Because it's written in the contract.
Okay. And so you won't have the money, so the title company's going to have to deal with it.
Correct.
Okay. Beautiful, man. Right? You said that perfectly. So say that 3 more times in the car.
Okay.
They're going to say something I didn't even mention to you. And they might get hostile, not in a mean way, but like, but what? And the one thing is, hey, the title company, they deal with it. They have no skin in the game. Because if the title company, if you don't pay, they don't get the money. They actually have to give it to, the cash buyer. So they don't care really if you send it or not. And you explain it like that, you're going to be fine, man.
Okay, perfect.
Good stuff though, man. You handled that great. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Just practice it a little more and you should be fine, man.
Okay, perfect.
And explain on your offer, hey, Mr. Seller, because you have to stay for 3 months and all this stuff, and there is risk with this, we're going to be at this price.
Okay.
Should be good, man.
Okay.
And don't explain that 100K until like you're at the end. Explain it to them, but like don't say it up front. Like, what's the point? Make sure they'll get the price first. Give them to commit to the price and then the terms after.
Got it.
That's how you make a ton of money on, man. You're good, dude.
Sounds good. Perfect. I got one more question. I'm sorry.
Of course, man.
I got another deal locked up. This was virtually, so I kind of messed up on the comps a little bit. I talked to Rick like last week about it. It's a probate, but I locked it up too high, and I found that out because I talked to every for rent in the area. I talked to all the solds. I talked to like over 50 to 100 investors, and they're all basically telling me the same thing. and I went and got a price reduction, but he's like really firm, and I did the because at first I thought I needed like a 10% price reduction. I watched the video yesterday that Rick did, and then it turned out I brought it to the buyers. I got it for 50, and I was trying to sell it for like 60 or 55 around there, but they're like trying to pay like, some are saying 25, 30, 40. And I talked to the like I was trying to just talk to landlords so that way they could just rent it and not have to flip it. But they're even saying like the most they're gonna pay is like what I got it locked up for. And I tried to get I'm gonna try to get another one, but he's very firm on not going lower than 50. So I'm thinking like, should I just walk away from it, or how should I approach that?
Try to renegotiate, and unfortunately, it's all you can do, right?
Right.
Hey, dude, sometimes the lock up too high. But here's the cool part: you're not getting sued. You're not going to lose any money.
Right.
It sucks, but like really, it could go worse, man. You could buy the deal and then sell it, and then you lose $50K on a flip. Like that sucks.
Right.
Okay? You're not doing that. You're fine.
All right. Cool.
Make sure within your inspection period, you'll be good, man.
All right. Perfect.
This is knowing that you should have no stress on this appointment, because what worst case scenario, just get out of the deal. Right? You're playing Monopoly money. It's fun, man.
Yep.
All right, dude. Appreciate it.
You,
Let me know how that appointment goes.
All right, we'll do. Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate it. Boom. Shout out to Dante there. Let's go. He's got an appointment. He better get his butt up in the mirror, start practicing, because he's going to get that deal. All right. Confidence and all that stuff. That's it, man. I tell you, when I was starting out in this business, I actually did this a lot. I would practice in the mirror before my appointments what I was going to say. And I wasn't perfect, right? But I just went over and over and over and over again. And it's the best experience is just talking to the seller, like in person. But sometimes you can't do that. I practice on my sister, friends. I used to practice on my sister. She just giggle and laugh at me like it was hilarious. It's annoying. But like just practice it, you know. I used to practice on the dog, you know, stuff like that. It just every little rep you can get makes you stronger, right? That's it. Joe.
Hey, how's it going, Zach?
I'm good, man. What's up? Thank you for being patient.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just wanted to say thank you. Like, I'm listening to all these guys just absolutely killing it, and it makes me feel a little lazy because I'm not doing anything that they are. But
everyone's on their own journey, man.
Exactly. I'm looking at this wholesale thing kind of like how your dad took it. You know, I've watched you guys for like 6 months to a year. It's been probably close to the year part. And your dad, he had to know that he knew that this was going to work before he would step away from his job. Yeah. And so so that's where I've been. I've been trying to learn this. Basically, I want to know it, and I do know it now just as well as riding a bike. And so in the meantime, before I wanted to liquidate and stop our previous business, I've just been kind of building lists and trying to find the best market, that kind of stuff. It started out with the prop stream batch, high equity lists, finding those. I found some fire lists, but they were very small areas, just small districts. Worked a couple different markets, just working the list part, building relationships with title companies, that kind of stuff. And then I found probates for a big county out in Nashville area. And I was working those, got a full county tax delinquent. And at that time, that's right when the market just went crazy. And so my fear receptors went up. I quit doing anything. And I just wanted to kind of learn more, and I wanted to see kind of what was going to happen. And you guys led amazingly. Here I was with fear, and you guys are saying, hey, don't worry about it. Just keep pushing. There's deals out to be had. And so I kept pushing, looking for lists. And I live out in the Midwest. And I was reaching out, and I found what I think might be a treasure trove. It's a monthly report that the entire state, every single county courthouse compiles a list of all probates, all divorce, all conservatorship, and the other one is like custodial battles. And in that list, it was a one-time fee. I paid for it from the state itself. And I asked them, there's no monthly cost. This is a recurring monthly report that I'll begin to receive. And it has everything. Right? Like if I'm talking just probates for the month of January, I have names of the deceased and the executor and the attorney. And then I have their city, their state, their zip and their county. So I'm working now. I've been able to skip trace like on I can only skip trace on prop stream so far that I can find out, because I don't have a physical address. I'm using everything but the address. I'm like reverse engineering a skip trace.
Well, do
And
you have
my
the
thinking
name?
is, what's that?
You have the decedent's name though, right?
Yeah, I have the cease name and
You can
executor
put the
name.
deceased name in the property appraiser website and then get the address from there.
Yeah, but that'd be a one-on-one. Like literally, I got like 800 probates for the entire state just for 1 month. And so I could do one by one.
You can. It depends on your marketing channel.
So my what I was going to try to do was skip trace it on prop, and then I'll get the address, and then skip on batch, and with the address, and kind of compare the two, and then just see what kind of accuracy rate I have. But the trouble is, like, so we had a car business, we sold that, we liquidated it. Like literally, we're starting fresh right now. I got 9 to 12 months sitting in savings that I don't. I could go full all in on this. And I feel like this is an opportunity where I have no problem sending out direct mailers and getting an influx of calls and be able to call back out. But that's going to be a ton of leads all at once when I don't have the cash buyer set up on the back end. I don't have, I'll be figuring this out as I go. But normally you don't have a treasure trove of leads when you're starting. And so I just wanted to get your opinion on what you thought I should do to start.
Yeah. What state?
Iowa.
Iowa? Where in Iowa?
I'm in southeast Iowa, so I live down in a little town of like 900 people, down by Burlington, Iowa. It's right on the border of Illinois.
Is that like is that Quad Cities?
We're about 2 hours south of there.
Oh, really? Quad Cities, dude. It's like Moline is on fire. Like that's a great market. No one talks about that market. I kind of exposed it a little. That's a good market. Yeah. Okay, so you're more south.
I was mad when you talked about it because, but no, I think it's going to be good out here. I really do.
Okay, you're in that Burlington. Hey, not bad. As long as you got the buyers, man, you're good to go. So that's not bad. I've paid.
The tough part is the counties that are there's maybe 4 or 5 counties that are high population. Everything else is going to be, Podunk, Iowa, where you're talking, 6,000 people, 500 people that live there.
Yeah,
I could lock the house up for nothing, but how do you find a buyer for that?
That's the problem. So you're approaching it very smart. You can pay. I've paid governments before for subscriptions for lists like that too. It's just easier for the VAs, and honestly, it costs me less money. That's because I'm doing a lot of deals there, right? So yeah, as long as you're paying for probates from a county. There's these softwares that, I'll give the probate list for free. I'm like, okay, let me try it out. I tried it out last week. I pulled the probates and did my own county and did their probate list. And it was like 50% wrong because you can't automate pulling probates. The only person who has the power to do that is the government that's producing the leads. So paying them, I never have a problem with that, right? Divorce is pretty easy to pull though. Custodial battles, I'm not a big fan of. I usually don't do well in those, but liens, delinquencies, all that stuff. So the probate list it's fire. So I would definitely, it's good. So
do you think I just send and do a wide swath approach, just mail everybody, or do I filter in prop stream and try to get more my high equity, try to pull someone that's been in the house more for 4 years, or if they're in probate, do I just send it to them no matter what?
Import the leads and get rid of anything that's like $1 million plus. Super luxury.
It's Iowa. I don't think we're going to see much of that anyway. But
that's the only thing I would say. You can cross-reference the data, you get all advanced, but honestly, you send mail out. I don't think it'll do bad at all. On top of that too, do you have the PR's address?
Yes. No, I won't have their address, but I have their city and state. Which is, it could be California, it could be whatever. There's enough information there that I think I can still skip trace it.
I think it'd be fine.
Okay. So, I'll send it out to everybody. Man. Would you still recommend I do a letter like what your dad suggests? So that you guys are.
Yeah. Freelisting.com has the probate mailer template on it.
Yep, I have all that. I just wasn't sure when you're doing it in big quantities, if you push to a postcard or just keep it simple, keep it the same.
Keep it simple, man.
Okay.
That's it, dude.
Thanks.
And then on top of that, did you sell the car business you have right now?
So I still have it all active, but we just liquidated everything just so we have a bunch. But I'm going to the auction tonight just to see if there's any to waste.
All right, yeah. Between you and me, man, I'm kind of like my dad on this point. I'm not going to just go. I didn't go all out, right? I want to make sure I got 2 deals first, like $50K. I made more than my manager, and then I got out of the grocery store thing, right, at 17. So honestly, let's get a couple deals, and then you can go all in. But let's not go nuts, dude, right?
Yeah.
And so let's see if it's something you're okay with, and then go from there.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
That's it. Appreciate it. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks, Joe, Dante. So, yeah, guys, if you want to go out here, learn wholesaling for free, go to freewholesaling.com, and I appreciate it. So, signing out today. I appreciate everybody for the patience. And, yeah, talk to you tomorrow. We got a very interesting one tomorrow. Tomorrow I will, I don't want to spoil it too much, but if I'll be on time, I got nothing crazy going on tomorrow, but I would be on there. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be something you're usually not used to, but it's wholesaling, but it's not wholesaling at the same time. The point is I'm going to show you how to make more money in your wholesaling business, and it's going to be fun. So I appreciate it, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, go to